Gentleman, Representative Lynch is now recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I find this almost laughable that my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, while they have abdicated their responsibility to protect our electoral system, while they continue to spout the big lie, while they continue to just completely remove themselves from the integrity of this democratic system. And yet, you're actually on this adventure to go after President Biden's son. I can tell you one stark difference between this president and the previous president. This president is a good and decent man. He is an honorable man. And your efforts to dirty him up and dust him up are reprehensible, in my opinion. And I've seen this before on this committee, unfortunately. As chairman of the Subcommittee on National Security, I can attest that this newfound interest in congressional oversight stands in stark contrast to the unyielding opposition of Oversight Committee Republicans to congressional oversight of the Trump administration. During his first 2 years of President Trump's tenure alone, under a House Republican majority, oversight Republicans blocked more than 60 Democratic subpoena requests from the government, not somebody who was just merely a familial relation to the president, but actually government officials who had responsibility within the Trump administration, including his son-in-law. Now, President Trump's son-in-law was actually a special advisor to the White House, and you objected to us talking to him, to bringing him in, to have him testify, even though he had an official position with the government, and you opposed that. And now you're going after the president's kid because of a blood relation. He has no role in the government. Zero. Zero. You also completely ignored the willingness of our former president to cozy up to Putin, even in the midst of Russian direct evidence of interference in our own elections. And you look the other way. And now all of a sudden you're interested in oversight. That's unbelievable. You also overlooked lapses in the White House procedures, as Mr. Connolly, the gentleman from Virginia, has pointed out, for granting security clearances to people who did not deserve them. Let's forget about the umpteen boxes of top secret information he's got at his house in Florida. What do we hear about that from the Republicans? Crickets. Nothing. Not a thing. Not a word. Not a word. And we continue to hear not a word. No criticism of the former president for what he did. We have documented foreign contacts by White House officials with access to classified information, the transfer of sensitive nuclear technology to Saudi Arabia. We got waste, fraud, and abuse in the hurricane relief contracting by the prior president. In January 2021, the nonpartisan organization Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington compiled a list of at least 3,700 conflicts of interest connected to President Trump in his first term of office. Mr. Trump refused to divest from his business interests as president and then used his power as president to profit off taxpayers. He was charging Secret Service to use the golf carts at Mar-a-Lago to keep him safe. He also gave special access to foreign officials at his properties, and on top of that had top secret information and documents at his property. And when Democrats on this committee launched an investigation into these egregious actions, my colleagues on the other side refused to join us, refused to hold the president accountable. And now you're going after his kid.
Would the gentleman yield to a question?
I'm almost expired on my time. So Let me just leave it at that, and the gentleman can respond in his own time. Thank you. Madam Chair, I yield back.
The gentleman